Heath, Hounds.
Welcome back to Heath, Hounds, episode 48. Today's preview, we have the two Group 1s at Cannington tonight, as well as 10 other races to go with it, including 2 consolation races. So let's get into it. It's a great card, and I'm sure that there's going to be plenty of winners to be found. Race 1, you've got Box 8, Weston Bronte. She's a good dog that's showed plenty of capability down at Mandurah, but her Cannington form unfortunately doesn't stack up. She tends to find a lot of trouble at the first turn. She's got plenty of early speed, and I think she might be able to cross this field and lead. I just think that she finds too much trouble at the first turn at Cannington, which is a little bit of a worry. So I'm going with Box 1, Mustang Max. Drawn well off the red, should show some early pace, and I think if Weston Bronte's leading him, I think he should be able to run her down. And I think Weston Bronte's one to have in your exotics, but I think Mustang Max gets the chocolates here in race 1. Race 2 is the first of 2 Group 1s that we have tonight, and it's Group 1 Galaxy over the 715 metres at Cannington. There's 2 clear obvious picks here: Mapunga Ruby off Box 8 and Mambo Manali out of Box 4. Look, Mapunga Ruby, she should be able to improve off last week. She's a class animal, and she looks good, but I think Mambo Manali takes this out. He's ran 29.50s over 500. He broke the track record over 600, and he's been running 41.50s over 700. So he's a very versatile dog, and he'll hit the front early, and he'll be hard to run down from there. And I'm sure there's been plenty of people that have been able to get him in the all-in markets, and I'm sure he'll have plenty of backers tonight. So for me, he takes out the first Group 1. Race 3 is another stayers race, and then this one's for me between Box 1 Frankie Boy and Box 8 Untapped. I've gone with Frankie Boy off Box 1. I think last week his race was a much better race compared to Untapped. I think he also improves, and I think he's my best bet of the night. I just think he runs a much better race to Untapped, who's I think lacking a bit of form at the time. So for me, I think Frankie Boy, a best bet of the night for me. I think he's a strong winner here. Following on with Box 8, Paddy Wants Pats. I think Arcablade works him into this race real nicely. Look, he's drawn out wide, but like I said, I think Arcablade draws him in nicely. The likes of Vice Grip and Lala Kiwi, I think might have it tough early. So I think Paddy Wants Pats gets the run here. Weston Finn, I think I like him at an each way bet here. He's a young dog who can sometimes use a bit of the track early, and I think with Arcablade wanting in, should give him a nice run, and I don't think Paddy Wants Pats will be carting down to the rail too hard. So I think he's one to have in your exotics, and I think he's a nice each way bet alongside with Paddy Wants Pats for the win, who I think gets his first maiden Group 1. Race 5, I've gone with Box 3 Elite Weapon. This is a dog that can show a little bit of early toe, and once it gets on that arm will be hard to catch. So for race 5, I've gone with Box 3 Elite Weapon. Race 6, I'm going with Box 2 Torpedo Tears. Led a long way last week. First look at the track, I think he improves hugely off that. Mixed recall, similar boat, but I just think Torpedo Tears leads him and just proves that bit better than Mixed Recall. So for race 6, I've gone with Box 2 Torpedo Tears to lead all the way here. Race 7, I've gone with Box 2 Ripping Tomahawk. This is a young dog who's still on the rise. He's been running plenty of placings last week, and I think he just edges closer and closer to a victory. Look, I think he needs a bit of room early, and it's a pretty open race, and I just think if he gets that little bit of luck early, at the odds he is, he's a nice little bet. So for me in race 6, race 7 should I say, I've gone with Box 2 Ripping Tomahawk. Just hopefully he needs some luck early, and if he gets that, he's all class from there. 8, I've gone with Box 5 Ghost Raptor. He's got some strong Mandurah form coming into this. Should be able to lead this. Amani Bale should give him plenty of room, and I think if he leads this, he'll run a nice race. So he's got plenty of good form coming into this from Mandurah. Hopefully he can convert it to Cannington and get a victory on Perth Cup. 9, I've gone with Box 1 Samba Manali. Now this dog's probably not going to begin, but drawn nicely on the rail, should get a nice run throughout, and is a pretty strong type. So look, probably won't look to lead, but I think he's a very strong dog. Will probably get led, but I think can run a nice race, and will be able to run down anything that leads it. So for race 9, I've gone with box 1, Samba Manali, should I say. Jeez, got that one a bit tongue twist. So I think, yeah, that's a good bet. Should be able to sneak up on the rail and run a nice race off the red. Race 10, I've gone for another cherry box, and I've gone with Zippin Zenvo here. Look, Ben Start, if it can just hold out low blow on its outside, should be able to lead all the way. Low blow is probably the main danger. He can show a bit of early pace, which is the only worry, but I think if Zippy Zenvo leads him, should be able to hold him out and win from there. I just think Ben Start, inside draw is key, and there's no better box to do it from than box 1, so he looks another good bet here in race 10. Race 11, I've gone with box 4, Torza. Look, very small field here, plenty of room early. This dog's getting old, but I think, look, finally gets a half field, gets plenty of room early, and is a huge talent. So, look, its past couple of runs, all it's needed to do is begin and it wins. So, it should begin here, get all the room early, and looks pretty solid in this race. 12 to round out what's going to be a stellar night at Cannington. I've gone with box 1 here, Marlowe Miss. Some pretty strong Cannington form coming into this. Just needs to beat Trent Manelli out early and should have the rest covered. Trent Manelli, look, he can be, when going through the form, his times weren't as consistent as Marlowe Miss. Marlowe Miss won 3 weeks in a row, running 2160s and beginning quite well. So if she can continue that form, jump here, should be able to run again 2160s if the track's going well, of course. And looks to be a nice bet to round out what's going to be a long night for our Eastern viewers, with the last being 1:45. But when it's the Perth Cup night, it's always a good watch. Hopefully we've found plenty of winners, and best of luck on the punt.